with us, his team was spending almost 40 hours.
Hello. Three, two, 1, 0. Check. Mic check. Let me button my shirt up here a little bit. We'll get started with the programming today. Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It's your boy, HP Maharaja. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, I have just started streaming. This is day number 5 of streaming. Hello there, Madhav. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, you can drop your comments, thoughts, questions, interesting topics in the chat. We have a poll going, which is going to be part of a Maharaja motivation as we begin this stream. Here I am. I'm going to get rid of the schedule. This is from last time, so it's not going to have that. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. You're getting, right back into the work and the thick of it. Let me just update some of this. I'll make them. I just got to update the date. Today is August 17th. So give me a second as I go across this thing. We got some exciting things. Actually, what I can do is I can start typing out our schedule for today. I did start the stream a little late, which means that I can go even later. So, I'll be able to, go pretty long today. A long stream, maybe 3-4 hours. And so much to talk about, so much going on. Today's August 17th. And what I'll do is I'll just make this slightly smaller so you can see. Okay. I'll figure out the whole schedule thing, but I'm just going to type what I have here. So what we're going to talk about is, the first thing is Maharaja motivation. It's a segment I do on just talking a little bit about life and the motivation. I do want to do something interesting. We're going to look at the Hormuz tracker. Probably, what is that? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. I do want to engage. We might be getting new streams here or new followers, new fans, because I did post this on my Instagram. So probably likely to get people from my Instagram pulling into the stream. So thank you for coming out here. Appreciate that. Thank you for joining the stream. Let me continue doing the schedule. We just want to engage with new fans. Do number 4 is going to be I'm going to be working on some Romilo stuff, but this is more on marketing and digital. If I do have time, I'll do some Romilo tech stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to get time to move into that. And then, audience decides. Whatever you want me to add, if we have time, I'll let you add anything that you want to see from me, see from the stream, anything like that. So that's all possible. So let me add this bar. So there you go. Now it's August 17th, so we're all set there. And let me see what I can do. Okay, here we are on my screen. Why is okay. I have to make a little bit of adjustment here. Just trying to get my stream stuff set up properly. At least the image is updated there, August 17th. If you're new here, the bar up there pretty much describes my life. Anywhere from, you see the house, real estate, right here. You see the house, real estate, being a warrior, right? That's what being a Maharaja means, a Kshatriya, Garba stuff, tech stuff, travel stuff, and pursuing balance and chaos. August 17th, and I'm currently in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you want to come say hi in person, no problemo. Now the screen that you see I think it's probably not what I want to show right now. Let's start with the Maharaja motivation, right? Right there. I put up a poll. Music is very loud. Okay, yeah, let me turn that music down. Thank you for letting me know. I guess I didn't even check the stream. Okay, hopefully that's better. It's good now. Just in the browser view, it was loud. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I think. Oh, I know what you mean. You're saying because it's playing double the music, so I got it. Okay. Figured out that problem. I'm just gonna play music. Yeah, Maharaja motivation, it has to do with the poll. And so the poll I put up, and I was asking everybody, sorry, this thing. I put up is that what do you think is more important? Money, fame, God, or family? And the answer I think is very, you know, it's really dependent on what you think about, what your highest priority is, and what's happening in your life at this specific moment. Sometimes people may say, man, I just need a lot of money and that'll solve all my problems, you know. Unfortunately, even people with a lot of money don't have all their problems solved. So everybody has problems. That's the nature of how this world works. This is problems after problems after problems. So money can solve some problems. It can't solve all problems. That's for sure. Fame. I mean, you know, you could be famous, but I know a lot of famous people that have gone down the wrong track and ended up with their lives being not where they want it to be. So fame could be an issue. God is the most important thing, but problem is people start forgetting and they get dissuaded because they have all these other external problems. So it's easy to focus on God when everything's good. It's hard to focus on God when everything's bad, or hard, or tough, or something challenging happening, or something drastically detrimental is happening in your life. Then it's very difficult. And family. I mean, you know, you want to be with family, and not everybody lives forever. That's the thing. Not everybody lives forever. And so what that means is you're going to die one day. I'm going to die one day. Everybody's going to die. Everybody you love is going to die one day, you know, on this planet. So, you know, is that the most important thing? And so I think, you know, the real answer, and this is just my perspective on it, I think it varies. And I think the interesting thing is Madhav added something else, which is time is the most important. So maybe you can elaborate, Madhav, like what do you mean by time? Like in what context? Is it that I should be saving a lot of time, or I should be using my time wisely, or is it that, you know, managing my time is the most important thing? And sometimes you can manage time, but then everything just doesn't work out because you have some bad karma or whatever that leads your life to go in a certain direction. And that's just how it is. So I'd be interested, excuse me, my throat is going at it, but be interested to hear your perspective on that. Okay, I'm gonna need a water fill, so I'll be right back. But for the other people that have just joined, thank you for joining the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here, and we're gonna be here for quite a bit. So I just wanted to, you know, I just finished up the Maharaja motivation, and I think, again, my answer is, depending on the time, place, and circumstance, you have to find a balance between all of these things: money, fame, God, family, time. You have to, you know, that's part of being human, is that you're not going to be able to do everything at every single moment, but you can do something during every single moment. That's a punchline right there. I think time is a non-renewable resource, 100% guaranteed. It's only going in one direction, and that's forward. I saw a clip the other day. So by the way, this is by Madhav Gamakar 2263, who's been tuning in here for several days on our stream. So thank you for doing that. He's written, I think time is a non-renewable resource. I saw a clip the other day where a person threw out a lot of clothes, and she had calculated how much time she traded for money to buy those old things. Okay, so I saw a clip the other day where a person threw out a lot of old clothes, and she had calculated how much time she traded for money to buy those things. Very interesting thing, right? Because she had probably worked, and maybe she was, working 1 hour and she could afford all those clothes, or maybe she had to work 6 months to afford those clothes. And now the thing is, you made the money has to be used, and so you used it in something, and now the translation of your time being spent and invested in something that may have aligned, may have not aligned with what you want to try to get out of life, now has afforded you to buy these clothes, but now you're throwing them out. So I think it's an excellent example where, you have to time box everything. You have to measure things. And I think this is an important point, because time now is a precursor to money, because you're trading your time for money, right? And so it's kind of like this thing where you've got all this time and you need to equivalently chase the right capital. And that capital may not be time, it could be emotional stability, it could be just a better way of living, and maybe it's better to spend time with something where it's more valuable than just clothes, which you're going to throw away at the end of the day. Maybe it's valuable to spend $5 and get some coffee with a friend, and now you're spending 1 hour, and that 1 hour of time invested in that relationship with your friend goes much further in terms of building a better relationship, feeling more present, and feeling more alive. I feel a lot of people don't feel as alive anymore because they're so dissuaded by what's going on social media. And so they're just like, oh man, like I'm missing out. And so they're sitting there on their couch or their bed watching everything on social media, and they're like, oh, it's kind of gone out. All right, Madhav, as a follow-up, so here's conceptually, money is easier to throw away, but when you think about throwing time away, it's way different. I couldn't agree with you anymore, man. That's something you'll never get back. Facts. That's really well said. Money is definitely easier to throw away because you just swipe the credit card, boom, 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 boom. You could buy so many things quick, and you don't really. It doesn't come across as a second or third thought. Maybe you do second think and like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have spent the money, but once it's gone, it's gone. The thing is that the time when you start framing it like, oh, I just threw away 5 hours of my time or 1 day of my life, and these things accrue. And so now you throw away 1 day, 8-hour workday, then another 8-hour workday, now weeks go by, months go by, and these things add up. And so life is about this aggregation of time. And so I think it's a very brilliant point, Madhav, that you brought up here, that if you don't think about things in terms of how much time you are putting in and how much time is being wasted potentially and how much time is actually being useful, I think that if you don't have that measured out, you're more than likely just wasting your time. Especially if you're just trying to go after money that you then, like you mentioned, just throw away. Like people do that all the time. It's like, oh yeah, I'm rich, and then I got to show off that I'm rich. So then you got to spend all this money, and now you have to get back to work because you're not so rich anymore because you spent the money. So it's a never-ending loop there. So I think valuable insights there. I'm going to grab a quick water bottle to fill my bottle up, and then I'll be right back. And then we're going to go look at the Hormuz tracker. Let me actually try to pivot my... thing, I guess. You guys can watch the Hormuz tracker for now. See what's going on. I'll be right back. Nothing like drinking some fresh, cold, ice cold water here in Phoenix. It's 111 degrees right now outside that window. So it's a very hot day. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Anyway, so the next topic I wanted to talk about here is the Strait of Hormuz. Obviously, this has a big impact on what's going on in the world. If you didn't know, let me actually share that. Let's find out where the Strait of Hormuz is. All right. So, you know, I'm here in Arizona, but you go all the way out here. Boom. This is where the Strait of Hormuz is. So right now there's a big bottleneck because of the war between Iran and the United States, and obviously a lot of the Gulf states have been involved as a proxy, but you can see it has been closed since February 27th, 170 days. Just wanted to, you know, they built these apps or these browser-based things that track the inbound and outbound of the ships and tankers. Right now you can see, I mean, I've been seeing this for, you know, once every week or something like that. It hasn't been as high as 20%. So I would say I'm a little optimistic about what's going on here, and maybe the US is able to actually escort these huge tankers. As you can see, I mean, I think it tells you 2.1 million. I guess this is like a volume of what's kind of going through, and I think that's a good sign. I think, like, you know, you can see it's generally in the upward increasing direction of how much throughput is happening, and but again, it's just a series of up and downs and up and downs. Oil got all the way down here when they were nearing that deal, and then boom. So kind of fluctuating there, price per barrel, and then obviously you got a bunch of news. Just wanted to share that. This is kind of something I do as well. Sometimes when I'm working, I'm just like, hey, what's going on all the way over there, you know, in that part of the world? Something interesting. And, you know, you have to bear in mind, millions upon millions of people live on this planet. So sometimes you can find like, oh yeah, I'm in the USA, like, you know, I'm a big shot. I'm working on my business and startup. And the thing is, like, there's millions and millions of businesses and people and everything happening out here. So, you know, it's just good to have perspective. I mean, look at how big the world is. Like, there's so much, right? You got Egypt, you got Morocco, you got USA, Mexico, Canada, all these things close by. And then further, you got, you know, China, India. So anyways, so that ends the Hormuz thing. If you guys have questions, as usual, just drop them in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have, or entertain any comments you have. You know, what do you guys think about the war or anything like that? You know, more than happy to hear from you guys to see what's going on over there. But yeah, at least the traffic is increasing ever so slightly. Now, what's the main thing we're supposed to be talking about here? New fans. Yeah, I do see that there's Madhav has joined, but I do see that there's another viewer. So if you don't mind, if you can drop in that chat and unveil yourself and tell us who you are, and we'd love to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining, and if not, that's fine. Just wanted to see who's, you know, actually joined, because this does show me that there's 2 or maybe a couple more people actually on this stream right now. So I just want to, it keeps fluctuating, so I don't know. Let me know who you are, or share some thoughts or anything like that. I'd love to hear it. Okay, Ramilo, time to get to work. So I think I have exciting news actually. We just signed on or about to sign on a new organizer. And so we just got Orlando, Florida as a Garba partners out there. So right now I'm tasked with launching their events on Ramilo. You don't see their shows right now, so I'm working on adding that. But I need to work on Boom. So they're doing Bhumi Trivedi on Friday, and then they're doing Saturday Jignesh Kaviraj Barot. So that's what's happening. So I'm trying to make the event, and then obviously I've been making the flyer, so you can see working on designing the flyer and finalizing things. It just does take it some time, so I gotta, I've been trying to modify it and create some consistency between these two Orlando-based flyers. But now my main thing is I got to add the event. So I'm gonna work on adding the event and matching the. So they obviously sell on Suleika, and while Suleika is cool, I just don't think. I don't even think this is the right event. Yeah, here we go. So Friday, her general, her early bird. So you got a regular ticket. When you're working also, it's like so important that it's super important that you have music running, man. Without music, like, it's just boring. So anyway, so we got this event set up, right? And then we just got to get the combo going. So let me just do this again. I'm just trying to add. Okay, I gotta make the other event first, so let's go ahead and do that. Jignesh Bharot, so I gotta go to Saturday 26th. Florida Garba. This one's a little cheaper. Okay, we added that event now. Florida Gerblot. Now what I need to do is I need to go to the organization and add. There we go. Jignesh Kaviraj. Sorry, there's a lot of happening on the back end that I can't really show you. It's unfortunate. It's just how it is. All right? All right, all right? It is what it is. It is what it is. So there you go. So now, if we go to any of these event pages, you go get tickets. You can see the combo, $50, 2 events, 1 ticket. Now I just gotta get the event covers going. So now we got this Bhumi Trivedi, just so I could upload it so the events look good. Background, there you go. Put that in there. Put that in there. Boom. See? Now you got a nice looking event background. You go to this page, download that. And not bad, put it there. Go to the admin event, cover, upload cover. So what I'm trying to do is, let's go, how do I go to the other event? Oh, here, view. So we have Bhumi Trivedi, right, happening in Florida. So if you are in Orlando, anybody on stream, whoever's in Orlando, please do meet us there, find us there. You know, just got some cool things happening. So there's that, okay, so there's that event image. Just makes it a little bit look a little bit more professional. I do need to add this organization's logo into there, so we'll definitely try to do that here right now. Go to organizations, own value, upload logo. Okay, now we just need another event background for Jignesh Kaviraj. So use Jignesh borrow event banner. Get rid of her. I'm waiting. ChatGPT helps a lot in just like generating these images for the backgrounds and everything. I mean, look at how cool this this background is. You see that? Like Orlando's Disney. You see a little bit of Tampa that we put. The thought and the creativity that's required, you know, to go into this, the Disney wheel and the Disney castle and the palm trees, and you know, this is the Orlando vibe, you know, and we put the orange because it's, you know, I think Florida had like a bunch of oranges growing at one point, but yeah, you know, web background. I know you can't see a lot of stuff I'm doing. It's just because I can't really show you what's happening on the admin side, you know. It's a little wishy-washy for us. So there you go. Let me download this dude. Perfect. All right, let me go to events. Let me go upload this guy's events. Cover. Upload. So there you go, and then hopefully, yeah, there you go. That changes that background. Boom. See? So that way, like when you go into events, and we have like 25th, and then we have 3 different September 26th events. I gotta update this Bhumi Trivedi one. I mean, it's not. Let me just check the address. You know, that's the other thing. Like sometimes these organizers, they don't know. Yeah, see, it's Kiss. What kind of name is this? Kiss A Me, Florida, 34758. Kissimmee. All right. Look at where this is. All the way. Oh, it's on the outskirts of Orlando, so it's like Lakeland. It's like, I guess, on the path to Tampa. But isn't this where all the Disney stuff is? Or yeah, right there. Look, all the Disney stuff, and then boom. So if you guys wanted to catch all the Disney stuff, then come to Garba. More than welcome to show up. You know, be our guest. So now we have the tickets live. I don't know why it's showing. My issue is I don't know why it's showing all the way. Oh, it's because it's not featured. That's the thing. There you go. So now they're all featured, bro. So you got Bhumi Trivedi, Jignesh Kaviraj. You got all these. So how many Garbas? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. 13. We got 14 Garbas. Wow. Nice. You know, it's a good market here for us. Definitely a good market. So now what I can do is, you know, because we've got these events up, what I'll do is I'll send this over to the organizer so that they know, hey, we've completed this, and I'll let them know we're ready to launch. Again, pen and paper, best thing, you know, pen and paper. Just mark that as done there, Bhumi Trivedi and Jigra, and then I'm just gonna, or Jignesh Kaviraj, I'm just gonna message them real quick. Oh, you know, what I need is I need a little, I can share this too. What I'm gonna have it do is just generate a nice WhatsApp logo, icon, whatever. Make it look nice with our Ramilo logo. I'll check in with the chat here very shortly. So if you want to drop anything, go ahead and drop stuff. I'm just working on connecting with the organizer. I just gotta send them links to all these events. I don't see, that's the thing. You don't want to use that part of it. Let me download these flyers now. I think they should. Oh, I gotta put the QR codes. So let me copy it from here. So you copy this one, copy, paste. Okay, then you gotta use your phone. Check the QR code works. Boom. Make sure it goes to the right event. Take that. Get off with here. So, yep, it goes to the right event. And then this one's gotta go to this event. Let's check that one out. All right. I just want to make sure that individual is. Yeah, perfect. Biggest garba in Florida. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Isn't that what I'm talking about? We're gonna share this. Download this page. Okay, we get these 2 flyers now. Put that movie 380 flyer design. Boom. And then English flyer design. Boom. Okay. And then what we need to do is just drop these. And let me send them the. We gotta sign this thing. All right, who's So we got the flyers gone. Okay, perfect. So we got the flyers, we got the events up. If people wanted to buy tickets, they could buy the tickets. We're just waiting on the organizer to approve our thing, and then I'll probably have to call him so that he can move quicker. Oh, they also have the Romilo.com/online. Okay, anyway, so we got all this going. You know what I need to do? I need to add all the Garbas. So I did Atul, I did Falguni Pathak. I don't know if I got all of Jigardan Garbi's shows. Let me make sure I did, right? Because that's pretty important. USA. So the 29th, LA, perfect. Okay. 11th, New Jersey. Okay, we got that one. 12th, Atlanta. We got that one. 13th, Nashville. We don't have that one. So let's add that. So there we go. So we added the 13th, Nashville. And then what? 19th, Chicago. 25th, San Francisco. 3rd, Ben Salem. That's the one we're selling. Okay, that's it. So we don't really, that's, so Jigadan Gardavi, I think we've got all his shows in here. Now, let's make sure we got Jignesh Barot's shows. So I think we got his Ohio one, we got his Atlanta one, we got his Florida one. I think there should be a few more. I guess I don't have any more shows from Jignesh Kaviraj, so I guess that's kind of where we're at. Kirtidan Gadvi, I think, yeah, let's add all of his shows. Because I think he had a Kirtidan Gadvi. Yeah, okay, here we go. So I got all this. Kirtidan Thakur, I think it's like Thakur. Thakur. Yeah, Thakur. Yeah, because we got to get all the we have to get all these artists on here. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is let's start with the first one, which is gonna be, it tells us here on Google. The first event they have is 5th of September in New Jersey. It's good to have all these, you know. There you go, the 5th is up. What's the next one? We don't do Dairos, so 12th is Los Angeles, our hometown. Our hometown. Aggermine. Oh, you know what? We gotta figure out. Oh, it's saying. Did they got him in? See, that's the thing, bro. Oh, hi. Oh, SiaEntertainment.com. You just. Yeah. See, 11th. I guess it's a little. Yeah. Well, anyway, so they got on the 11th is Ohio Garba. So. It's so crazy. Oh, here it is. They're not selling on me though. Alright, so there's the next one. Boom. Ohio, Takur. Then Barmia. We've got on the 12th, that's when they got the LA show. So let's just make another one. sold out. Like, they're not sold out, really. See, they got, that's the thing. All their things, you know, just. '17 Philly. Is that right? Oh, North Carolina mga kotse. Wow. Dude. How can you use this popcorn, bro? Their stuff don't even look as nice as ours, bro. So anyways, Sattar, I'm putting Philadelphia. See, I've got to add all these, but you only have to add them once. That's the thing. How does that even make sense? Wow, they took a Thursday? That's crazy. State College, Pennsylvania. Then what's he got? 18th through 9th. That's I think they got this all wrong, bro. So 20th, Nashville. Yeah, see, the 18th they got this, North Carolina. So this is that gap, 18. So 17, 18, 19, and then 20th is Nashville, but we don't know where it is. Kirtidan, Nashville. Oh. Yeah, like I don't understand. They have Ishani there in Falguni. I don't see 11 Kasu. I don't, yeah, I just don't see it. I don't know. I mean, maybe you just create the event to just build some hype on Ramilo, but I don't see any tickets out for sale for the Nashville one. See, that's the thing. This thing requires a lot of research, understanding. If they're selling tickets, there's all this issues with like visas and stuff that shows could get canceled. It's a pretty mess, you know, to run Garba events. I'll tell you that for sure. It's not easy. You know, I don't know what to tell you, but whatever it is. It's not a joke to try to, you know, run a Garba event. Trust me, I know. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars running these Garba events, and you know, this year is actually kind of crazy because we're hearing a lot of stuff on the behind the lines. That stuff isn't going according to plan, apparently. So you see the Detroit one. I didn't see any tickets. The Atlanta one I can find out. See, Atlanta one, 25 में. Oh, 26 થઈ ગયું. See, so 26th is the Atlanta one. So this one's already outdated. Oh no, it is. 25 is Detroit. Washington DC, like, did they even have that Garba last time? That's crazy. Huh. Let me see. Detroit. Does he have it on his page? Or? 25, 26 and 30. चलना नाकिद लिए. I mean. It's all this painstaking work, but one time. This is what it means, you know. By the time you put all this stuff into the platform, you're at least wired, you know what's going on, and you've been exposed to it at least once, so that you know how the tours are going and all that. Detroit, Michigan, bro. I don't know, man. It don't seem like a sounds like the hood. Right? Atlanta. These guys have their own ticketing platform, but I'm hoping that they get over it because you know they need something a little bit more modern and targeted for you know ads and selling more tickets and their seats. So I'm sure that they'll come around, so you don't have to worry about it, or they don't have to worry about it. And they do. I think they got like a 4-weekend packed Atlanta Garba for $200 or something. It was like, I don't know, I mean, $200, I guess it's justified if you go to every single one of them. But again, some Garbas like Atul Porohit Garba, like by itself is like $50. Like we're selling that $50 ticket in South Carolina right now. All right, so we got a question from Madhav Gamakar. I wish it popped up on my screen, but apologies for missing it. What's your number one takeaway from running Garba events? I think my number one takeaway from running Garba events is that I think I'll tie it back to the whole my number one takeaway from Garba events is that, man, I have so many. I'm trying to like synthesize the right wording for it. But I think that my number one takeaway from hosting all these Garbas is that it's a tough, very tough place to operate. At least in LA. That's another thing. It's like that's it. Running in a market where it's cutthroat, not only that, the market size is too small. Like, if you've ever read the book, You Want to Be in a Blue Ocean Strategy, right? Great book that describes how you go after blue ocean markets, not red oceans where sharks are just biting each other and going and feasting, and now you're in red ocean. You want to be in blue ocean where there's a greater opportunity, greater market, and I feel like, you know, being in the wrong market, and expecting a better outcome by doing something different is not always the solution. Trying to go premium while the market itself, they may have money. Indian market does have a lot of money. People in America, the Indian ethnic group has the most amount of money in America. Despite that, building a premium service or product does not really appeal to that market, unfortunately. And even if you go after the youth, there just aren't enough in that market. So I think that's like the number one, like do not go after a red ocean, go after a blue ocean. And blue ocean sometimes means that you could be in the same market, but you could create a new market out of the same market by doing some kind of differentiation. The problem is that if the market and the mindset is not ready, then it goes back to your preliminary thing where timing is the most important. And sometimes if you start something at the wrong time, it just won't work. That's kind of like my main key takeaway. But asking for many key takeaways. I guess like the other takeaway is that I've learned a lot. And look, I'm still doing all this Garba stuff and building platforms and trying to get these domains and all that. I'm still in it. And I feel like obviously this year will be the first real profitable year for Ramilo, hosting 0 events. So I think that just gives you an idea that it's sometimes you're in the right framework, and of course I'm passionate about it. That's why I'm so driven to continue despite losing $300,000 or more in the past 5 years. I'm just passionate about it, and so all that knowledge, all that learning and experience, I can still apply moving forward because I'm still stuck to this. I know there is right now in the Garba market in the USA millions of dollars running through tickets and sponsorship and things like that, and it definitely can expand because the Indian population is expanding, the appetite for more Garbas is expanding, while not premium Garbas but just regular Garbas, and so I think the opportunity is pretty immense here. Like just if you just did the calculation, and maybe just let's run through it, right? Yet last year there was about, and this year we don't know, but last year was about 108 Garbas in the US. Each one gets about 2,000 people on average, and that's kind of low. Some of them could be higher. And these are 108 only premium artist Garbas. So there could be any local Garbas and Bollywood Garbas and DJ Garbas and all that. So you have 216,000 attendees in a given season. This season is longer, last season was shorter, so this season you probably get more. Anyways, so last year in 2025, you got 216,000 attendees. They are spending on average $25 a ticket. Yeah, 25 because they're cheap. Some of these tickets are expensive though now. So let's say each one is spending $30. Okay. So the volume is $6.48 million being transacted in tickets alone. This does not include food sales or sponsorship money or any other money coming in from so many different other things, VIP treatment and dinners and all that. Doesn't include that, but this is the base. So you get $6.5 million transacted last year for all the Garbas on average. This number could be higher or lower depending on how the amount of attendees fluctuates. Now the platform itself, Ramilo, we charge a 3% fee on this cash value. So if we transacted all of them last year, a 3% fee, and 3% is introductory. Right now we're like the lowest. We're lower than Suleika or lower than Eventbrite. But if our services and reach and everything gets higher, we'll be obviously charging a little bit higher percentage there. But there you go. So you got 6.5 million times the 3%. Last year's numbers could have netted us 194,000. Let's just take $10,000 out or 15,000 out for like tech maintenance and uplift and all those costs, whatever, server costs and things like that, and maybe some travel costs, whatever. 15,000. Just take 15,000 out. You're left with $180,000 in net profit. I mean, had we run all the Garbas on Ramilo and sold all the tickets on Ramilo last year, we would have netted 180,000. Now, this year, I would say the number is at least, 180K, right? So Madhav says 180K dang. Yeah, that 180K net profit last year would have been like pretty good. This year, because there's more weekends before Garba, I think the margin now is at least 40% higher So you'd have to do this number times 1.4. So it basically 100% plus the 40% increase this year because there's just more weekends to do events. And so the US market alone, if we, like right now we haven't, because we're testing, we haven't captured all the market, but had we done that this year, our cash net profit minus, let's say the 20K, you'd be at $250,000 net profit. You know, and then what would that make our valuation for our company on a 250K profit? Yeah, I mean, then that would be tremendous. Now the thing is, US is not even the biggest market because there's a bigger market in Canada. And so if we just add the Canadian market and all the garbas there, you could easily, I'd say you could easily, if you captured everything and really monetize everything, you could capture 3x the market by doing Canada. Although the US, yeah, so yeah, I think, and this is on average, $800,000 you'd be doing. So Romilo itself, if we captured all of Canada, if we captured all of US and sold all these tickets to all these, you know, attendees, we could be looking at $800,000 in pure profit. Let's say like we hired somebody and we paid like 2 people $100,000 salaries, right? So maybe we made $500,000 if we did all of Canada, all of US. If, as Madhav says, plus 500K more if you were doing food, merch, etc. Right. So like the upsell opportunity here is tremendous, right? If we had our own merch and people are like, oh, I want to buy a hoodie, this, that, and you have, like, you know, I said 108 events times 2,000, like 216,000 attendees, maybe you got 1% of them to buy a $50 average merch. You added $100,000 right there in just merch by only 1% of attendees buying your merch. Only 1%. So you added, every 1% adds $108,000. Now that's a little crazy. So yeah, so like you're saying 500K more? I think so. I mean, food is a different beast and probably requires some more capital, but merch is like pretty low capital and high margin. And if you ended up selling 5%, you'd be at 500,000 net. Or actually, you'd be at 500,000, you know, revenue, and then you'd probably take off like maybe 20, 30,000 for the product and itself and the branding, labeling, whatever. So like this business in the US could be like 500 to 800,000. With Canada, it could be about $2 million a year. Yeah, so here Madhav is asking a question. Do most Garbas sell their own merch, like Dandias? Is there a world where Romilos sell the Dandia and you do the profit share, etc.? This way you increase your margins on other items. The interesting and untapped market right now is that nobody is selling merch. No organizer right now is selling merch. No organizer right now is selling Dandias online. And if they are, it's probably like, you know, come pick it up at the venue and you can buy it. But it's like 1 out of every 100 is doing this, and then 0 out of 100 are doing the merch. And so we don't even need to do a profit share, although we may have to consider something like that if we did it with some organizers. But really it'd just be put it on Romilo platform and sell merch and target and remarket and email out to the 200,000 plus attendees. So yeah, there's a big opportunity here to get to at least that. Like, I mean, you know, the 180K makes a lot of sense. The 500K, if we do it at a merch multiple, that would add some money. And then, you know, we would hire full-time staff, rent a place, and we'd be running a pretty full-scale business, I think, here in the, you know, $1 million to $2 million range in just Garba in the US and Canada. Plus all these opportunities like you're highlighting, selling dandias. Like we could be the place where people go to buy dandias across the US. And so now that's another thing, you know? So, but those things involve marketing. They require a storytelling angle, and people need to get together and create that. And social media right now, we just don't have, we're kind of limited. As you can see, I'm doing like 10 different things at the same time, you know? So, yeah, but once we get the capital, it'll be easy to deploy it so that I can hire, recruit, make sure that, you know, we're building the latest and greatest features. No other organizer has mobile app capabilities, really connecting. There's also this other thing that I was talking to somebody about earlier this morning, is that being able to connect, like Garba dating app, using Ramilo app to be able to connect single people at events. And how much are people willing to pay to find a partner right now? A lot of money. So that easily could be $100 per person, and then, you know, a lot of single people go to Garbas, so it's like $100 a person, and then you calculate out like, okay, how many people is that? Like, you know, maybe 200 people at a Garba are single. So you go 200, and each of them pays $100 a month, the annual subscription, so they can go to as many Garbas, whatever. You're charging $20,000 a Garba times, let's say we even ran it on a 20% of all Garbas in the nation, $400,000 just in the Ramilo Garba dating app space. Annual, and this is an annual contract, so this like $100 a year people are spending anyways on the dating app or on Shadi.com or whatever it is to find a partner. Like, that's crazy, you know? Like, the opportunity is crazy. 400,000, I mean, you know, that's a business by itself. So, but the real key, and this is why we're doing this, is that we are becoming the central source of data, from where, once we act on the data, we're able to market several of these line items of merchandise, dandias, dating apps, this, that, and connecting it all over one common thread, which is Garba events. So by implementing the tickets, you have initialized the funnel, you know, basically. So there you go. So I got Kirtidan Garbi's tour set. Let me, I'm just gonna continue making events, because otherwise, she's only got that one. What date is this one? August 28th. Wow, it's coming up next Friday. So yeah, I mean, you're just watching me work, but if there's something else that you'd like me to do, let me know. So there's the two events for property meta. There was also let's make the Aishwarya Majumdar one. Let me see. So we only got the Boston one that's selling right now. So Rangtali, Virginia. I guess I'm gonna take a little break and I'm gonna go into real estate. I'm curious what's out there, you know? Gotta get on Redfin, see if there's anything worth buying, some land maybe. Money in the bank doesn't do anything and it won't beat inflation. Oh, okay, Govind commented, be right back, just wanted to chime in, great stream. Thank you, Govind. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining the stream. Just kind of going through it here. I don't know even, it's hard for me to see how many people are on the stream. Like, maybe I gotta see the live page. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm adding all these events to our platform. So there you go. So there's the Virginia one. Then we got Edison Expo, so let's create that one. After I add these, we will be taking a shift and moving into, like, I want to buy a ranch. I want to buy a boat. So can we find a nice boat? You know, like, I saw somebody said that you can buy a boat for whatever your budget is. And some people are getting rid of their boats for free. Think about all the baby boomers that got boats lying around. They don't have the energy to go and remove their boat or move their boat. And they just need to get rid of it. And they'd be happy. Like, see, if I was nearing the end of my life and I had all this stuff, I'd be happy if I gave it to somebody that would make use of it, you know? So that's the thing. I think, there's opportunities like that where if you did find somebody with assets, not just boats, but any type of asset, I think you would fare well in somebody saying, hey, you know what? If you're gonna take good care of it and it's gonna be useful to you, hey, why not, you know? Look at all these Edison Garbas, man. Okay, I'm on the next one here. Chicago. We got one. Got one performer, but let me. We got one Texas event, but really we wanted. We got the Bollywood one, or like the DJ Garba, but I think it would be nice if we got like a hit artist, whatever, you know. I'm putting a Houston event. If you guys didn't know, Houston has the best Mexican or Tex-Mex food. I'm telling you, it's on another level. Really, it is. I might have to spend some time and set all the. Actually, you know what I should do? I should set up the MCP for my linear, so that way I can be ready to copy and paste those prompts that I learned from Madhav's stream. I think that was definitely. I gotta put that into practice. I think that was something that would be helpful for sure. All right, so that's what I got for Aishwarya's tour. I only have one more. Let me just do one more. So if you don't know, we have pages here for each artist, and then their whole show list shows up. Even though we don't sell tickets to all of them, like we're only selling tickets and contracted with this one in Boston. But like, let's say somebody wanted to go to New Jersey, the event page does exist. And what we do is we just say oh look, this is where it is. Put your full name, email, phone number, city, and how many tickets you're looking for. And then we take this information and now go to the organizer and say, look, we have already 386 people interested, in this event. And so we're getting a lot of interest for Falguni Pathak events. We have to reach out to the organizers and say hey, look, we already have these contacts. Do you want to push and sell tickets to these people? Well, you're gonna have to use our platform. So it's kind of like that. I guess there's not that many to add. Really? Sunday? They put the event on Sunday? That's funny, man. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I'm very curious. Where is this? Florence Center. Florence, South Carolina. Oh, there you go. It's like a bull riding thing. Oh wow, this thing is like in the heart of South Carolina, like pretty much towards north, but interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know. So we're selling 2 of them, and then this one is there, 27. And then we're gonna have 1 more. So there you go. So we've added all these events that we found online to the platform so that people can continue to find and do that. So all right, let's take a quick break from all this stuff and move into, let me see, I mean, I did post on my Instagram, but looks like people are not interested in tuning into a stream. I gotta like do it a little bit ahead of time so that people know, hey, join the stream so you know what's going on, you know? So you can keep track and watch me just go live, you know? Watch what's going on, what's happening. What's the latest and greatest. So yeah, we got 64 people. That's the thing. You know what I learned? I was watching this like personal branding video. It's like, dude, sometimes like if you try to like catch the whole ocean, this is like opposite to what you're hearing from what I just mentioned like a while ago. But if you try to catch the whole ocean, you'll end up catching nothing, you know, because you're just trying to cast as wide net as possible, and it's impossible to manage or reel in whatever your catch is, you know. And it's figurative, like it's not, I'm not literally saying, you know, casting the net into the ocean, but like just casting so much into the world every day and you feel like, oh, let me just capture everything. Let me just capture everybody. Let me make sure everybody's happy with what I'm doing. Dude, forget about that, man. That's just not reality, you know. That's just not reality. Like, it's not gonna happen that way, and it's definitely not like something where, oh yeah, you're gonna make everybody happy. If you make everybody happy, you're probably just not, everybody is probably one person. Like, that's the reality of it. So, you know, that's what it is. Anyways, let me share what I'm gonna do is now, I'm gonna move into a little bit of a real estate. I'm taking a little break from this schedule here. Because my marketing and digital stuff could go on forever. I'm gonna just share my display. All right. Oh, you know what? No, I can't do that. It's just that it gets zoomed out, and then you're not like able to see properly. But okay, here's my real estate. So everybody, just take a quick break, drink some water. Water is very important. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT real quick and ask, I am looking to buy a ranch or property with lots of land under $100,000. Where should I be looking, and which platforms would have that? Are you able to find me the top 3 properties to buy in the USA that would have high likability and utility for posting and the public to come and stay in? Let's see if ChatGPT finds me something. If not, here's how I would search. You have to type in the area. So I guess my area that I'm like California. Or did somebody have a recommendation? Oh no. Yeah, like Orange. Let's say Orange County. This is where I grew up. I don't think I can afford anything here. But let's at least set up our filters, then we can expand. So for a ranch, I need a lot size of at least like 3 acres. What am I gonna do without 3 acres? Like, you just need space. And then, while we wanna keep it 100K, I don't think anything, let's just, for jokes and giggles, it shows you that this mobile home, of course, the mobile home was on 3 acres for 69K. Jokes, right? Sometimes like these listings are just not it. It's probably like 3K on a combined mobile home park. And so that's why you're seeing that. Lake Elsinore could potentially have it. Oh, there you go. But 6,000 acres for 30K, like that's a joke. Like, that's not reality. Look at that, parcels. It's actually 6,000 square feet. So that's not even close to what we're looking for. So anyways, what we have to do is we have to remove the outline. I'm gonna stick to our budget. That's what I do. I end up like, okay, let's go further out from Orange County into Riverside County. You can see something here. Yeah, but it's like 5 acres, but it's hilly, so I don't want that. Mobile home, I don't want that. So actually what we gotta do is we gotta put, I want a house. Like, you need a house on the place, otherwise how are you gonna develop it? You could, let's just put land, just see if there's options for that. So you got this desert land, that's no good. You got this land, 100 acres, 7 acres, 100,000, 7 acres. I mean, am I missing something? I mean, this is like a dead zone right here that I clicked. It's like this area where like you go up and you can go to like, I think Mountain High down this way. Wrightwood, yeah. And then it's like Really, it's just like this downhill slope thing where the freeway. I don't know. It actually looks pretty cool. And like, look, the thing is like, this section of the 215 freeway, let me just put it into perspective. Once you get out past San Bernardino, which by the way, I think is the highest crime in the United States, or one of the most dangerous cities in America. Stay away from San Bernardino. But once you get past that, you go through here, and it's saying right here, Route 66. Oh yeah, see, so the famous Route 66 is going through here. Is the land on Route 66? It could be. The thing is, the 15 and the 215 merging up in here, and then continuing with the 15, and this way, it's if you go north from here, you go to Vegas. If you go south from here, you go back to Orange County and LA County and all that. But this freeway gets jammed pretty much every night. Going out to Vegas and probably coming back. Coming back is a little less traffic. If you're here on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, anytime at night, I mean, I've been here at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and it's still bad. So it's like a jammed area. Probably a great opportunity to set up some place where people can just chill, but most people probably just want to get on with their journey. So, you know what? ChatGPT found us 3 properties, and I'm excited to show you. Let me first, so $100,000 in this area against the Route 66 might not be so bad actually. As long as it's, what's the zoning? That's the next thing you gotta find out. List price was just lowered by $500K. This thing was listed at $600K and just dropped $500K. Let's look at some history. I think, live auction. And then it says nearly 3.65. Then why are you listing 7 point? Oh, you can buy it. Yeah, see. Yeah. See, they want you to purchase 2 other ones with this one. What a joke, man. What a joke. Well, anyways, we tried it, and it was at 600K, it went to 100K because it went to auction. I don't even want to like think about all that, but there could be hidden gems in this. I'm just not interested in bidding for something. I just need to find stuff that people are just looking to get rid of. So anyways, I don't want to go into the high desert because who wants to live all there anyways? So you got 50K, you have a 4 acres out here, Menifee. So no, it's like wine country, you know, Temecula and all that you got here. All this is wine country right here. All this. Right here, all wine country. So you got some there, you got some there. Yeah, so what we got to do is, if we want to stay in this area, you know what, forget it. I'm going to keep the same budget. And then you can see like, okay, look, Lancaster, who wants to go to that? Dirt. And then you go here, dirt. Apple Valley, look at that. Dude, some of these places are pretty hot, beat down. Look at this, look at all the beat down stuff. Sometimes you can find a hidden gem, but it's like, is it even worth? See, 29 pounds, this is like a Joshua Tree type of thing. I can come in here and revamp the whole thing. The thing is, it's like, Oh, we got somebody else tuned in. We got a comment from Aman Bajaj 05M. HP the GOAT. HP Maharaja, thanks you. I appreciate you tuning in live. If you have any thoughts or any questions or any comments or anything you want to share with the rest of our viewers here, please feel free to drop it in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. I don't even know, is there like a super chat feature in this? That'd be good, you know, I gotta monetize my viewers. I'm just kidding. You guys don't need to donate it to me. This is all, you know, you're just working with me and what I would do on a daily basis. And hopefully I can help you and provide you with value. That's it. So let's see. So yeah, we saw this property. Okay. You go, maybe you're like, oh, you know what? I want to buy something by Yosemite. So you come here. You know, of course, there's some. Like 40K. I mean, these are beautiful places. The thing is, you can't build anything out here on this hill. Look, okay, 38 acres, 89,000. You get your own creek. Look at that, Bull Creek. Got a little car there, a little shed, some tires that we can use. You know? Humanity belonged in nature and came from nature. And now humanity will pay money to go to nature. So we gotta optimize for that, you know? Capitalize. Gold-bearing watershed that ultimately feeds the Merced River. Historically, places are mined during the gold rush. The land features rolling hills dotted with oaks and pines. See? There could be gold in this stream. We could have a 40-foot contender, no current value remains on site for future possibilities. Pending a successful cancellation. I wonder what they're trying to cancel. It's funny. It's just way out there. Like even to get there, you gotta go like all through this road or whatever. Yeah, it's like it's not even connected to the main highway or whatever. We gotta be, you know, in a main-ish highway, otherwise you get cooked. Yeah, some of this is cool. Like, look at that. Oh wow, how beautiful is that? Look at that. Because if you're just tuning in, I mean, I'm looking at real estate right now. It's always good to be like in tune with what you want to do. Like, you know, my long-term thing is I want to develop out a retreat. Need some land to do that. I could build a house by myself too, you know, like by maybe a couple of my friends can help me build a house on some of this land, but that's the thing, like, you know, you don't even need much. You just need a chair. That's it. Like, imagine you're just sitting there, enjoying nature, you know, having a nice cold drink, looking at the view. I mean, your life would change, you know, that's the thing. Like, your mind would be much calmer. $90,000, that's like, that's the thing. So anyways, I think there's a lot of opportunities everywhere in the world. But let's get rid of the land filter and only look for places that have a house already, because then it becomes easier because they've got to pull the permit and all that. And it was an existing structure to sort of build another structure. It's not that tough, you know. In Arizona, let's see, like they got something, mobile home. So there's this land, small cabin. I don't see the cabin. Oh, yeah, right, dude. You're gonna be cooked here. I mean, it's actually not bad. That's the thing. Like, you can build stuff, but like you have to be there in the winter. Anyway, so I went to ChatGPT. I told them to find me. I think it'd be interesting to see. So this one was price cut 10K. They found me a property in Detroit, Oregon. Now what it says is it's 112 acres and it has the best tourism / retreat potential. Some timber still standing. Great price on the timberland. I saw some merged timber. The fire went through this area several years ago, but some of the timber made it through just fine. The seller logged about 12 acres of it and reports getting about 10 loads per acre on average. The property is right across the freeway from the Big Cliff Reservoir on the North Santiam River, and Detroit Lake is just a few minutes away. This area is recreational paradising, fishing, swimming, boating, hunting, hiking, etc. all right there. It is hard to find any land in this area at less than $1,000 per acre, especially with some timber still standing. The seller is willing to consider seller financing on this property. Come on out and take a look. As with all prior to do due diligence. So like, great. I don't even know what this is, but let's find out. So you have to do some research, you know. Let's go to the maps. It's what did it say? It's 3 minutes or something. A few minutes away from Detroit Lake. So Detroit, not Detroit, Michigan, in Oregon, right? So here's Detroit Lake, and it's saying it's on Highway 22 or 22. Sorry, Highway 22. Just used to saying 2026 or something, you know. And then if I open this up, yeah, it's on the south side, so it's like right here. So put yourself in this, put in Google Maps. Yeah. What am I gonna build right there? What am I gonna build on this? Dude, it's nothing. I would be able to build nothing. It's a nice view of the river. Like, look at this. It's fantastic. And some of it is caved out and it regrows. So I think this is what it looked like before the fires came in. It's 2014. Oh my God. And then this is 2025. I guess some of it grew back. So it's not too bad. It don't look too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. And again, I think it just depends on the seasonality of it. You got this little, what is this, like a dam? So, yeah, like you can't build anything on this. That's the problem. So it wants me to think that it's a great price. I mean, it's on 99K. But how am I even gonna get there? I gotta fly to Portland and then drive down. Anyway, so here's another one. It recommended me. Portland, Oregon. No, this one's already under contract. This is in Oklahoma, 40 acres for $55K. The road and everything. Now let me just find out where this is. The Bear Creek, so it's like somewhere there. I mean, it looks like a nice spot, but again, I just yeah, you know what? That's a good point. So people are commenting. Thank you for commenting. So Aman is asking, HP, what are you buying this stuff for? Well, my vision is that I want to build a. Well, here's the thing. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's on computers. Like I'm on it. I'm fed up of this thing. You know, like I'm on a computer too long, on a screen too long. And really, the luxury now in life is that people need to get back into nature. And so I want to build a retreat of some sort. And really, it's like it could be a this year thing, or it could be a long-term thing, right? It could be something I do in 10 years. But I continuously look at real estate just to keep an eye out of like, hey, is there any opportunities? Because somebody could be getting out of property that they probably own for 20, 30 years, and they have no use for it and never took action on it. So my idea is that I want to build out a retreat where I would ideally like to have a farm, ideally like to have a farm to table concept with an outdoor commercial kitchen where people can come, build like, you know, a motel or a lodge or something where people can come. And then like people can run their like business corporate retreats if they wanted to just tune out and do team bonding exercises and so many other different things. But I think it's a good way of living experiences for people who are in the cities who just need to get out and reset their mind. And I think, yeah, it's super important. So thank you for asking that question. Then Om says, Om Patel 9142, thank you for tuning in. HP Maharaja signing in. Really appreciate you joining the stream. He says, at least this one is flat. That's another thing. In real estate, like you have to find flat so that you can build them. I think that's a very good point, because that's why I was hinting, like, how are you gonna build on that Oregon property where there's like a mountainside? You just can't. Imagine yourself, like, even climbing that thing, it's a nice view of the lake, but yeah, at least this one's flat. Although there is a slight grade, if you can see it, like if you look down at it, you can tell there's a certain grade. So it's not completely flat. Like you see the grade there, like it is there. It's not too bad though. I mean, you can't be picky. The other problem is that there's boulders. Moving boulders is like, you know, I mean, I don't know how they built all Stonehenge and all that stuff, but moving boulders is a big problem too. Oh, shoot, I'm not even sharing the right thing. Sorry, right there. So you can see a bit of the grade down, a little bit of grading. So it's not entirely flat, and then these are the boulders I was talking about. Like, how are you gonna move these things, you know? And then people say like you can build like these raised cabins and everything, and they do that in these parks. You've probably been to a lot of Airbnbs at national parks and everything. They do these raised, but at some point, like, how much are you gonna raise? You're gonna raise it like 10 feet if the rock is 10 feet high? It just, you know, structurally you gotta figure out. But anyway, so that's the third option, or second option. There's a third option ChatGPT recommended. So let's see, this one's in Arizona, not on Zillow though. This one is, I mean, look at this. So 70, again, my criteria for looking for stuff was under $100,000 to build out with ample land. I mean, this is 79K is not bad. Sun Valley, I don't know where that is, but 160 acres. And the cool thing with this is like a lot of people own this land. Like I own some land on the way to Vegas in California, and like I barely think about the land, you know? Like if somebody came up with an interesting idea and said, hey, and I bought it out outright with cash. So if they're like, hey, you know what, we'll put our own money and we just want you to like lease us the land or do seller financing, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem doing that, you know? They're like, pay me every month and done, you know? Like I have cash flow and then I don't have the high implications for taxes either. So that's another thing. So anyways, 160 acres. I mean, what are we gonna do with this much land? But the thing is like, where's the water? Like, where is the water? Oh, there is the water right there. Is that water? It's probably all dry. It's probably like residual leftover sediment from water running. Yeah, there's just no way. Look at this house is like beat up. It's showing you like the freeway is like all the way out there in the distance. I like the 160K. They want to sell this 160K of this land. You know, people say, and this is a thing in real estate, people say, oh, there's no more land that's going to be created. So the value of your land is always going to go up. The problem is like your 70K could probably go further if you buy something else. So you have to be selective, you know? You can't just like, oh yeah, all land is great land. That's a misconception. There's no way. You know, there's no way all land is, you know. Find me something. best with flat land and suitable for building, for a farm, retreat in the woods, nature location with a budget of 500K. So I added a budget of 500K. Now let's see what ChatGPT shows us. But going back to our search, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, I don't think anybody can imagine living out here. I mean, it's kind of cool how these people, I'm fascinated by like what people build as well. Is this like an outdoor shower? Oh, it is. Yeah, see? You got a little outdoor shower. They got, these, I thought they were tiny homes, but they're really the laundry and the, I don't know, must be some other utility for that. Yeah, I think you're basically just getting cooked here. I mean, it's not for sale by the owner for 99K. I mean, it's not bad. But what am I going to do out here in the middle of, right on the edge of New Mexico border? It'd take me forever to get there. So, all right. Now I increased the budget to $500,000. And now I'm going to show you what I found. Look at this. So this one is 500,000, 50 acres in Watertown, Tennessee. Escape to the beauty of the outdoors with a stunning 50-acre private farm, perfect for your dream home or barn dominium. Again, another use for this land could be that you could turn it into a wedding venue if you set it up properly and it's like really attractive. Because I know a lot of Indian people spend a lot of money on these damn weddings, and so sometimes they can't find bookings or whatever. Hey man, just come to our facility. We can give you a nice, experience with a hotel, and you'll be out in nature. You'll be healing. You can do your Ayurvedic. You can do a yoga session, or bridesmaids yoga sessions and whatnot. You got to just set it all up. So that's the thing. I mean, look at this is pretty nice actually. I think it's just land though. So 500K for just land. And again, if this is the address, how do we? Let's take a look. Tennessee is pretty big though. So if it's all the way in Watertown, it's a little bit far from Nashville. This is what I like to do also, like Nashville Airport. How far is it from Nashville Airport? Okay, it's about 50 minutes, but like for a small state, 50 minutes is a lot, If you tell me 50 minutes in Orange County, like that's a great, like in California, because it's all dense. It's not like that. But what I would do is, since that's the land, I would do like grocery. Where's the closest grocery store? So, yeah. Like the closest Walmart is 35 minutes away. The closest grocery store in town is this. DG Market or Three Forks. It's not bad. You can find everything here, it looks like. I don't recognize some of the brands here, but you get your produce. Produce does look a little bit small, so. Oh, you know what? This looks like a gas station thing. Maybe the thing across the road is cheaper. You see the depth of analysis you have to do here to see like, oh, is it worth buying something or not? This is what you have to do. You have to go through these things and figure out, hey, is it worth buying certain things? So this one's a little Dollar General. So it must have a lot of different things. Anyways, I probably wouldn't buy this. Let's look at the next property ChatGPT tells me. Okay, Missouri. Doniphan, Missouri. Let's see what's over there. Oh. I guess it didn't give me the right property. Forget it. Kentucky. You know what's a cool place? A cool place. The ChatGPT is burning out. Another cool place to go? And let's say we just like take out all this, get rid of all this. This is where I would go. Montana, and you would stay by. I mean, Bozeman is kind of good, but I really like we went to Kalispell. I really love this area, and then I think Whitefish Lake is like really, really popular. Take this Explorer and put them right in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. God, they're even building a place. Look at that. You got to work, man. You got to work. So they're building the spot right here. Property enhancement, whatever. And look, they got ski. This is what ski resorts look like. So let's jump in here. Yeah, look at that. This is a summer view. How do we? No, I don't want this. I'd love to go there, but not right now. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine the jacuzzi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's like that classic Christmas town vibe out in the snowy regions of America, man. God bless the USA, man. There's just so much. Look at all the skiing, the resorts, the cabin feel. Yeah, like that's where I would like. Let's move our whole thing up here. Oh no, not there. Here. Yeah. Okay, there's only one property, 35K. Yeah, it's not much. Looks like a mobile home. Yeah, it is. Okay. Why don't we look at some of the creme de la creme? Now we just pivoted to a whole different vibe. Look at this. This is what you get. I think this is Wyoming or Utah, Park City, Utah. So this is where I think Mark Zuckerberg has a spot too. Look at the entrance. Like imagine you just pull your car in, boom. You put it in under the shed. Super nice, man. Inside, it's all modern. Wood flooring. You got the TV showing the Grand Tetons. Oh, you got the sink on an island and then a separate island with a microwave in it, or is that an oven? And then a range on this side and then another sink looking out the window. Some of these designs, man, are I don't know about the coloring. I don't know why they chose to do like white on white and then black, like matte gray on white. I don't know. Color choice a little off to me, especially when like the whole house is going with this wooden look. It doesn't make sense to me. This bit of flooring, I know because I just did a bunch of flooring. This bit of flooring probably cooked. Probably cooked, everybody. Then you got, yeah, see? Laundry room's well done, look at that. It's got the faucet and everything, and the view. Look at that view, man. Fantastic. Yeah. See the Grand Tetons. Yeah, see the bath. See this that cabinetry I was talking about? Like they should have carried this into the kitchen so that it matched the wood look, but I I don't know why they didn't. You know, you start having eyes for these things when you start looking at renovations and looking at different things. Like this office is just, the doors match the cabinetry, which is nice. You know what? I just think they've stuck the image because everywhere it's the same thing on the TV. See, the things I notice, right? Like normal people wouldn't notice these things, but it's just got this eye. Even the like this, now this granite countertop is like completely off. The look of this is not even consistent with the entire house. Then you got this like treasure chest vibe, so random for the staircase rails. This is so random. This shelf is a different color. This shelf's a different color. The bar is, okay, you got that treasure chest vibe going, and then the screen is, I guess hopefully that's enough space for a theater. I guess they try to, yeah, it's not too bad. You got the theater and the space to watch that. You got the wine cellar. Got the nice fire pit looking out. Look at that, the jacuzzi. Ooh, I just want to jump in there. Got a gym and everything. Anyway, so I think that's enough real estate looking. I think we were on the verge of finding something, discounted $500,000, but unfortunately, it looks like there's not to be. We have people from Mumbai joining Ramilo. Probably because Falguni Pathak tickets were like 20,000 rupees or something ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, look at all these. Oh, it says Mumbai, Alabama. Is there such thing as Mumbai, Alabama? You know what? We may not have addresses to take in. No. Yeah, we just don't. I think they just put A for something, but they probably put the first thing because there was no India option. So probably I need to add that. Well, cool. Anybody? Oh wow, we had quite a bit of people on stream here. 5 people. Wow, nice. We're getting some traction here. So I think I don't want to go down a rabbit hole if I don't have to. I talked a little bit about real estate. I showed you my stuff happening here on the Ramilo end, and yeah, I think I'm willing to call that a stream today, guys. Thank you for joining 3.5 hours here on the stream. Appreciate everybody joining the stream, and hopefully you found some meaning and some value out of the stream, and we definitely want to catch you tomorrow on stream. I'll try to do it a little bit earlier, and I'll probably put in a proper schedule so that people can tune in at the same time every day. But sometimes I have so many random meetings that it just doesn't fit my schedule. Like today I had too many random meetings. But yeah, besides that, thank you so much for joining the stream. HP Maharaja signing out. Peace and love. Jai Ho to everybody. And keep hustling. Stop the stream now.